All right, guys, so we've been gone for a minute, but Jay did drop 444 early Friday morning. Curious about your initial thoughts when you listened.
Joe, I need you to go first because you came in on new. You cut your whole facial hair, man. Yo, I saw this motherfucker tweet now shit like I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I'm like, what?
Your tweets are very emotional.
You know he live tweets shit because he's a Twitter nigga. He's like, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to comprehend. I'm like, what?
Did I say all of that?
First
of all, you don't even be on Twitter.
I read on tweet.
That your little minions came and told you what I was tweeting. What? I enjoyed the album.
Is that why you got a new face?
No.
Stop it. Yo, this motherfucker. Yo, listen. Yo, we gotta start being real, man.
Feeling attacked.
Jay's rapping. I can imagine now you're inspired to get back in the booth. I see some things that kind of made me feel like you about to drop an album or a song or something. I don't know. I seen your girl tweet out, yo, my man gotta get back in the studio now.
No studio for me. No.
And
EP.
your tweets kind of made mention like, oh shit, Jay brought back my type of rap. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I mean, you're joking, but that's how I felt. I mean, I felt like this was an album for grown-ups. I mean, it was an adult album with adult content. I didn't think you would like it for all the reasons I'm saying.
But I think there's something for everybody in there. It's not just for...
I wouldn't like it. Why would not like it?
What's in there for everybody?
He's talking to a lot of people on this record.
I didn't see what was there for everybody.
He was talking down at some people.
There were some critiques, there were some notes. He was trying to give some advice. So
my overall, I mean, I loved the album. I think it probably will end up being Jay's
Don't speak too quickly.
most important album in his catalog. I'm not ranking it. I'm not done digesting it. Every time I listen to it, I hear something new. I think I have it memorized. It's such a nice, concise listen. While y'all were in here rambling through paperwork this morning to Google lyrics.
Guys, so we're not gonna play.
You were in the bathroom smoking,
the
listen to
clips.
Jay.
We're trying to, stay out of trouble. So we wanted to have lyrics just for you viewers, but this guy doesn't care about viewers.
I was shocked when I came into work this morning. I forgot I even had a job. That's how long we've been off. But when I came into work this morning, I thought I was gonna hear Ak go in and talk about how what album wasn't for him.
Wait, hold on.
Wasn't really dope.
First of all.
I didn't think he'd be into it. He's not really a lyrics guy. He's not really into like adult type content. So when I heard you say that you like it, I know we're joking about me. I would like to know why you like it. What do you like about it? Honestly.
It's like I don't do a show with this nigga.
Yeah,
it's like you don't remember anything we talked about. We gave a prediction of what we would like to hear from Jay-Z on this album.
Yeah.
And this album, it was exactly that. Do you not remember that conversation when I said, yo, I want Jay-Z to rap about I want him to give us some game in terms of business, right? He's gonna uplift black people. Like, he did all that on the album. He basically gave us the grown-up album. The one thing I didn't want him to do is like just rap about how much he's glad to have kids and stuff like that, which of course he touched on, but it wasn't like, oh my God, my twins are here, like these are the lullabies for them. No, it was very grown up, it was political, everything we predicted, that's what it was. But you got bad memory, man. How do you remember lyrics if you can't remember that?
Look, Ak, if it helps, I remember you did say this.
It was a great album. It wasted no bar. Every single song addressed multiple issues, multiple people, and it furthered his message of not only black empowerment, really promoting black business, and really calling out people on a lot of their shit. This was pretty much, for me, when I'm thinking about his catalog, this was almost like American Gangster without the movie tying into it. Like, this was just about his life. Imagine there was a 30 for 30 for Jay-Z, this would be the soundtrack. It really went through, and if you look back, me being younger than you, of course you're like 60, that was a joke. I'm sorry. I don't want to attack this guy today. I don't want to set him off. I don't want to set him off. We know. But anyway, it felt like a father talking to a son, or someone who was much older, matured, talking to himself. That's what it really felt like. He's talking to himself when he first came in the game. And a lot of people took offense to a lot of things he said, and we're going to get into it a little bit more. But it felt like he was dropping them jewels to say, man, I fucked up a lot. I've learned, I've matured. I dealt with women wrong. I dealt with finances wrong. I looked at things completely different. Now where I'm at, I'm seeing things for what they are, and despite me being a billionaire, trust me, I'm woke as a motherfucker.
Yeah, it felt like reading his journal.
Very therapeutic.
Yeah.
Very
Really.
therapeutic album.
What were those feelings? That was the therapeutic shit you were talking about? The feelings that you could explain?
Well, no. The album, if you listen to it, if you look at the sequencing, the track list, when it starts with Kill Jay-Z, that's therapy talk. In therapy, they teach you got to strip everything, knock it down, start from scratch, all of your beliefs, get that shit the fuck out of here, and really start to address the real. So when he starts with that track, and I'm somebody who has wanted to hear an introspective Jay album for a long time. He has sprinkled introspectiveness throughout his career.
This seems much focus.
Mama Loves Me, You Must Love Me. I mean, a million of those songs. But when I heard You Must Love Me way back when it came out, the last verse we was talking about shooting his brother, that was so real and so just like authentic. You felt it. It was such an amazing classic song. I wanted to hear more of that Hove at some point. So then we get to the Black album, or whatever album that was. I think it was the Black album, where he's telling me, hey, I would rap like Common, but nope, nah. So to get here, where it feels like this is his Common album, but even deeper than that, because he's woke like Common, but I never heard Common dig. This is real deep digging. I mean, deep digging. So to start at Kill Jay-Z, and then to go straight from there to what's her
Story
song?
of OJ.
Story of OJ, where I wasn't ready for this type of. So when you were seeing me
That's
tweeting,
exactly what I wanted.
So when you were seeing me tweeting, what the fuck is happening? It was, this is Hove, and I'm 3-4 songs in, and this is a different direction. I'm loving all of this. It was what I needed. To come up here and have to talk to you shitheads about all the shitheads that we talk about every day up here, to finally be able to talk about a nigga that's rhyming and delivered a quality fucking album that everybody in hip hop seemed to stop and acknowledge. I loved it.
All right, so let's stay on Kill Jay-Z. That really is an amazing opening track. So like you said, he talks about shooting his brother when he was younger.
And let's give him credit. He always has an amazing opening track.
And
He
by
does,
the way,
but just so much more personal than
when
usual.
we were speaking and predicting what it would be, in terms of production, definitely was not chasing the sound. He basically just was on his shit. No ID did a fabulous job. And I do want to address something you asked. I think it might have been off air. You said you didn't think I would like the album. Why? Why didn't you think I would appreciate this album?
He doesn't have a good answer.
Because
for
I
you.
follow you on Instagram.
Okay.
That's
See?
why.
You follow me? That's okay.
Why is that not a good answer?
That's
Do you
his
follow him on
business.
Instagram?
That's his business.
Oh, please.
No. Wait.
His business.
Hold
I'm
on.
just-
Wait. So humans, and this is some shit you probably said Yachty or somebody else. I can't be multi-layered. I can't listen to, call it ignorant music sometimes, then listen to a more conscious artist like Kendrick at times, then I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to R&B sometimes, not as much.
I'm not asking you about your listening choices.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned with what you believe in.
No, you were chalking me up to he only listens to mumble rappers. He definitely won't enjoy an album that's not as on the surface like
No. See, that's a surface thought. I'm asking you,
Yeah.
all of that good shit that you enjoy in the Hove album, do you believe in it?
Yeah.
If you believe in it, how can you actively support and champion the people that you do?
That's
Okay.
good. Wait, that's a good question. First of all,
So we're gonna talk about you guys. Not about
Back
you.
on the ropes.
All right.
Back on the ropes. Help him, Nadeska. Hey,
No.
hey, help him out here.
Yeah, that's,
relax. Hold up.
Don't put another hole in it.
Is it? Yeah. Come on. Yo, what type of fabric is that, man? This shit is real flimsy, man. It's like paper mache, man. This is weak. But anyway, again, am I supporting these people or?
Yes.
Listen, I'm shining a light just what the culture wants.
Which is called supporting.
Okay. However, I do it.
I know you want to get
Wait,
into
no,
it.
no.
I do
Seconds
it.
of
I do it
this.
across the board, though. Across the board. Maybe you would like for me to do it in some areas more than others, but
Give this man some credit. You don't give him
For
enough
what?
credit.
they act like I only
Credit
put
for
up
what?
mumble rappers.
What am
man.
I crediting him for right now? For enjoying a great album?
When Cole comes out, I support Cole heavily. Kendrick came out, supported heavily. I mean, again, there are conscious albums that I, number one, enjoy and also support, if we're calling that support. Back to you, Nadeska.
That was a great, like, cute button-up ending. I like that. So we were talking about Kill Jay-Z. So he talks about Kanye, of course, on this, and Beyonce. Are you guys surprised about how honest he was about Beyonce? He mentions Becky, which, you know, from Lemonade, sent people on that witch hunt on the internet. He was very, very open about his family.
Did they find her? Becky?
I don't think so. They harassed a lot of people in the process, but...
Damn, that's the only person that the internet couldn't find.
Wait, no. It got to be more than one. He was mentioning, like, Menage a Trois. Like, I think it's 2 Beckys.
I was going to say,
There's
the
multiple
mention of the Menage a Trois, and we just totally interrupted Nadeska. But he did mention... so now I'm confused because I didn't know if the infidelity issue was over a threesome, or did he just have a Becky on the side? Because now that changes how I'm looking at it.
No.
What does that
for me, and you guys can tell me what you interpret it felt like he was saying, I was a habitual cheater up to a certain point, and I think the Becky's a term for just the other woman. I don't think it's one chick. I think it was just multiple random chicks who really meant nothing, but it was still infidelity.
Do we think that the Becky, well, Becky is a term used for white women. So do we think it was even a white woman at all? Because that's pretty good. And Jay is clever enough to say Becky even when it ain't. And this is really like a minute point on the album, so I don't really care that much about the Becky.
I don't know. It might be a white chick, man. I don't know.
But are we talking about Kanye?
We were talking about Beyonce, just how honest he was. Obviously, we knew from Lemonade. What?
I'm saying.
Okay, so you want to move on?
No. Wait. I'm not gonna lie. Some women I know, okay, some associates, they've been listening to that 444 track a lot, like to the point. Because I guess he's so honest in admitting how he fucked up, how he was so immature, being in a relationship and everything he did wrong. That shit, I seen a lot of women listen to this shit like, kind of like looking at me like, might as well just apologize for some shit you didn't do yet. So his approach to even apologize, he apologized like 7-8 times on that one particular song.
More therapy.
It was so honest that I think for every man, when you're in a relationship and if you have done wrong, right, and if you stay with that person, you have to get to that point. For him to put it out there, he also admitted his role in the situation with Solange, right? I think it was just completely just transparent. And sometimes with Jay-Z, at least in the past, we don't see him opening up to his personal business like that. And he kind of let us in. Because we've been speculating. TMZ been doing a lot, right? And he finally just said, listen, this was going on. I've been doing a lot of shit wrong. This is what it is, and I'm sorry.
He addressed it all.
Yeah, he's a human, just like us.
And for one thing, which I can't relate to yet.
The women?
He mentioned how it felt like, he was doing these things, but he didn't get it until 2 events. Number one, him having his child. He said that changed him completely, right? And also, until, I guess, Beyonce confronted him and he could just see that her innocence was gone because she was so, like, in a different place. And he realized he caused all this. So it was very interesting how he dealt with that, because at first, he showed how he dealt with it at first by saying, hey, listen, don't embarrass me, right? That was his whole thing. Please don't embarrass me. We're a billionaire couple. Don't embarrass us. To the point where he actually said, damn, I'm really hurting you. Big step, I believe.
No, I think the don't embarrass me
when she was turning 21, right? To make it exclusive.
Younger.
And, that's what I'm saying.
And he was just speaking about his mind state. Then, this whole album brought me back to the old Hove line in Hey Poppy, where he says, we can go bowling, it ain't like before. Can't you see that I'm growing? I was so immature. So way back then, to hear what he deemed be immature, and to now listen to this Hove, that 444 record, again, very mature content. It's not really the act of cheating. That nigga delved way deeper than just the topics. Like, he's admitting he's been a womanizer his whole career. He touched on the end of that record. The Stillborn line is the one that got me.
Yeah.
The Stillborn line said, whoa, okay, you really bodying this. You're really hitting this out the park here. But the end of it, we never really hear men talk about some of the things that may lead up to the imploding of a relationship from cheating. Like, you hear Jay saying, listen, to even tell somebody something that you didn't know or that you don't know, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't deal with that. to think about that happening, and now Blue is waking up and reading shit online because kids are old enough to read shit online. And damn, my dad is just out here. Santa Claus is fake. Like all of that shit, it's real shit that people deal with. We never really hear it spoken about in the manner that he touched on. And he's so high profile. I hear a lot of people saying, hey, I've been saying shit like this. I've been kicking this type of knowledge. Listen, when you're that high profile, when your wife is that high profile, when your career is that high profile, for him to do it, it's different. It's different.
Really felt like a journal. So Kanye. All right, so I think a lot of people were expecting him to address Kanye. Of course, he did it on Kill Jay-Z. I think a couple times actually, but he...
Memory Man over here said that he would not be addressing
This
Kanye.
is the one thing you remembered?
I remember when I'm right.
Your selective memory is such bullshit.
I only remember when I'm correct.
Great. We're going to hire someone just to run the tape back.
That we'd have to get a budget approved.
I'll do it myself. I'll come here at 5 a.m. if I have to. This is getting out of control.
Hey, you hear that? She's talking about hiring people here.
So remember Kanye got on stage at, I think his Sacramento tour stop and said a lot of terrible things. Well, not so nice things about Jay-Z and Beyonce, who he's been close with over the years.
He had a Twitch rant, man. He was being honest.
He had his Twitch rant.
Being honest, man. That's honesty in its pure form. Some people can't handle it.
Yeah, man. So Jay definitely brought it up. He said you gave him 20 million without blinking. He gave you 20 minutes on stage. Fuck was he thinking? So apparently Kanye was going to sign a deal with Apple Music and he wanted Jay-Z to be a part of it. It would have been allegedly 100 million. Jay would get a 20 million cut, but Jay managed to keep him at Tidal and give him that money instead. So that's what he's referencing on this song. Did you think he would address him so directly? Well, you didn't. But
yeah,
you're surprised
you didn't.
then.
No. At first, I didn't think what was going to happen, but I wasn't that surprised. Even though I'll admit I was wrong, right? But I feel like everyone's slamming Kanye, man. I'm riding with Kanye on this issue. Again, I don't know the intricate details, but like I understand
what you're riding with Kanye.
I'm riding with Kanye because I think a lot of people are condemning what Kanye did, having these new facts. Oh shit, he gave you 20 million. You can't go. Nah, yo, Kanye goes on stage all the time, drops truth bombs. All right, he gets frustrated. A lot of the fuck shit going on behind the scenes, he puts it out.
But shouldn't there be a line? It's not like you're talking about random people. Like he shit talks executives, but this is Jay.
No, and also it felt like that was a last resort when Kanye did it. Kanye was frustrated. He's like, yo, you ain't coming to my goddamn wedding. You can't come over for fucking brunch.
Are you saying that when you're frustrated with your job, it's okay to be insubordinate?
No, but he was also
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Because it sounds like that's what you're saying.
It sounds like he was very frustrated, not only with a boss or whatever, but a friend. He was very frustrated with that relationship.
And it was worth talking about them like that on stage. Even calling out Beyonce. I heard you wouldn't perform if you didn't win.
I like knowing that type of stuff. Like that type of stuff where people are pulling strings. Like even when I hear people say Nicki's doing these things behind it, I love hearing that type of stuff. So I have no problem with that. We have to also.
So you are condoning. So you are, and I just want to be clear before I attack you.
Put words in my mouth. Go ahead. Pause.
You're saying that when you're frustrated with a job or friend, it is okay to react this way because you like it.
No. I don't mind Kanye doing it, given the fact he's done it multiple times. Look like Jane had a problem with those things, right? Even sticking up for his wife.
Fuck all of that, you saying. Kanye gets too many passes. It's over, dog.
Too many passes, like in how?
Kanye just gets to go out and do stupid shit and we just say, all right, that's Kanye. No. In what fucking universe can you do this? Really put this into perspective, what we're talking about here. He went on stage and basically spoke about the Kennedys, because the Carters are like the Kennedys. You went on stage and spoke about a friend, someone who you have held on a pedestal for all of these years, someone who has looked out for you tremendously. You have all this fucking... You're going on stage and you're talking about Hov and Beyonce. You're also talking about their arch nemesis, well, his arch nemesis, fucking Drake. 1 minute you're saying, hey, my album's only coming out on Tidal. Then the next 6, you say you like information, and this is why I'm confused. if you like information, you should be the first nigga against all this fuck shit that Kanye talk about. Because he just get up there and spew shit and we don't have any information. So one show, you real cool with fucking Hov and we can only get your album on Tidal. The next show, you and Drake are working on an album. The next show, hey,
you're fucking up the timeline.
Apple and...
You're fucking up the timeline.
Fix it for me.
The timeline, he puts out his album, everything is good with him and Tidal. He even came out and say, yo, they're funding other shit I got going on. Love Tidal, all that other shit I'm not rocking with, right? Now, the album comes out. As an artist, and I would believe you could identify with that, he wants to work with Drake. Now, contractually or however that business is, and of course there's conflicted interest. If you work with a guy who's on Apple Music, yeah, Jay's like, not gonna happen, or gotta come out here, which Apple's not gonna let happen.
Let me ask you a question.
So go ahead.
That didn't tell you anything?
What?
Him releasing the album, saying, hey, Tidal, everything Tidal, me and Tidal, everything. And then saying, me and Drake are putting out an album. That announcement came. Billboard started floating around. That didn't give you any information. Yeah, it didn't tell you anything. All it said was that he wants to work with Drake and then they should fix this. That's all it said to you? Mr. I like information?
Tell me what it said to you.
It's the two biggest fucking streaming. It's Tidal, Apple, it's a lot. It said a lot. It said a lot.
Kanye wanted to work with Drake, something he's expressed before. Like
No, you talking about art, and I'm talking about business. I'm not talking about him wanting to work with Drake.
I knew there was going to be a conflict. I knew there was going to be a conflict
for you to just put an album out and then say all Tidal everything, for you to go in LA clubs, cut the music off, and try to get everybody in the club to go to fucking Tidal, for you to turn around 2 weeks later and say, hey, me and Drake are putting out an album. Hov and Drake need to settle their fucking differences. Apple and Tidal, hey, it's enough money for everybody. That don't tell you something? That type of flip-flop don't tell you something?
You know
that type of conflict of interest in business don't tell you something? From this emotional man that's been transparent and always told us what the fuck was going on. That didn't tell you something is real wrong?
You know what that told me? That told me that Kanye realized that when he signed that Tidal shit, he sacrificed his art. Because now, once you on that, I'm exclusive to Tidal shit, you're picking.
He sacrificed his art.
So wait, Akademiks.
Is that what you're
saying? Are you putting their relationship
No.
aside and only talking business? Like thinking about the history that Kanye and Jay have together.
Okay.
None of that matters
what
in the way he moved is what I'm asking.
I don't understand.
Because you said you're kind of riding with Kanye here. I'm going to disagree with you.
No,
I thought what he did was very
blamed.
disrespectful.
I see a lot of people throwing Kanye under the bus. I mean, I think the $20 million line is really sticking out. They're like, yo, a nigga give me $20 million, I'd do anything.
Just talking about loyalty, I guess.
But let's be honest, like, let's not act like Kanye didn't supposedly bring 1.4 million subscribers to Tidal, which is a fucking lot. I don't think they have over 3 or 5, right? So he brought a lot to the table. Let's not act like it's free money. Like, hey, gave you 20 million.
That's an independent point. That's not refuting anything that I'm saying.
No, well, I'm speaking to why I'm not gonna slam Kanye for this. I appreciate Jay's rebuttal or response, and he talked to him like, yo, I'm your big homie, you tripping. A lot of people have said that. I have said, Kanye, your ego is kind of getting in the way of a lot of shit. You're tripping.
Everybody that knows Kanye is saying the same thing. I didn't need Hov album. We said that here. I didn't need Hov to say.
Hov said a lot of shit everybody said, but now it's like the first time.
Well, first of all, Hov saying it is different than other niggas saying it. Yeah. That's number one. 2, Hov don't normally say. Hov is one of the more, if not the most private, I can't think, but he's private. So if he's going out of his way to say, then God damn it, it's a fucking reason that he's saying.
Yeah, because Kanye went and ran about him on stage. It's just
I didn't need Hov to tell me that if everybody is crazy, maybe you're insane. I didn't need him to tell me that about Kanye. I've had enough of Kanye, honestly. Outside of the music, and I've said this here, this is not new for me, I've said this, outside of the music, I don't care nothing about all this, you sending a contract over, hey, you're in breach. They don't work like that. They don't work like that.
I think that is a message that will help humble Kanye up. I think that's good for him though. But he'll bring it back to earth. I'm not done with Kanye. Kanye is still great. I understood some of the things he did. I think he went about most of the stuff he did incorrectly.
Kanye's music is great.
So agree to disagree on this one?
His intentions are always great.
Bums on the street have great intentions. Your intentions mean nothing. Excuses or results. I don't care what you intended to do. I care about what happened.
All right.
I wish I would
the
give a
leg
nigga
day,
$20
the leg
million
day line was
and
also
keep
funny.
running.
What? It's not free 20.
I
just
don't
told
give
you.
a fuck. If I give somebody $20 million, hey, and you skip this out the timeline, you're lucky we don't have enough time to do a whole timeline. Because you would really get killed
What's
here.
he missing?
But
Give me the timeline.
we skipped out the timeline that Kanye was asking for money for a while from people
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was.
and getting fucking ignored.
He was asking some people that weren't gonna fucking pay him attention anyway.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, call me, dog. Let's have dinner.
Why is that not realistic that Mark Zuckerberg will call Kanye West and have dinner?
Because you put it on Twitter and that's Facebook.
Wait, Twitter is a big phone book. I don't understand what y'all are saying. That was unrealistic.
Listen,
that
most-
wasn't
Wait, all right, that
unrealistic.
tangent.
Most-
It's not a tangent. It's important in the fucking timeline.
But people
He's
not giving
begging
him
for
money?
money, and then the nigga hand you the money, and now you gonna show him your ass to kiss? Man,
It's. I understand the
if you broke begging for money, and I give you $100, I didn't say that. Well, he was posturing it like he was broke in them fucking tweets.
said
I'm
he
not
was
talking
in
about
debt.
rich people broke.
Yeah.
I'm not saying rich people broke.
the money was asking for
I mean,
was for like
I'm saying
the money was
merchants.
asking for was for like investing in ideas and shit. It's not like, oh, I'm broke, give me money. I need. No, it wasn't that.
I think he was saying he spent a lot. Maybe it was on production and stuff for his tour.
Yeah, most of the stuff he had ideas he wanted to be funded, and he thought his ideas were so great, even though he never really gets in detail. So he's like, yo, I'm so good. Everybody fund me. Mark Zuckerberg, I want to build schools and creative centers. Just give me money. And they're probably looking at him
And
like,
why
no,
do I-
nigga,
why
you're
do
a great musician, but how do I know you could get money and actually? First of all, I'm not giving you just free money.
We don't care this
Yeah.
much. And why do I have to hear that Kim Kardashian is upset with these lines too? Like, there's a lot of soap opera theatric
Who cares?
bullshit in this. He is stirred a lot here. I believe it.
You believe the lyrics? I believe the lyrics too. It's pretty
He had to get it
self-explanatory.
off his chest.